Welcome to Brainwaves. In today's video, we will explore the timeless catastrophe of the Titanic. The Titanic, a luxury passenger liner, was said to be unsinkable. However, its maiden voyage on April 10, 1912, would become one of the most tragic maritime disasters in history. From the construction of the ship to its fateful collision with an iceberg, we will delve into the events that unfolded on that fateful night. Join us as we examine the lack of lifeboats, the communication and rescue efforts, and the lasting legacy of the Titanic. Let's begin our journey into the history of this iconic ship. In this segment, we will explore the design and construction of the Titanic, the ill-fated ship that met its tragic end in one of the most infamous maritime disasters in history. The construction of the Titanic began in 1909 at the Harland and Wolff shipyard in Belfast, Ireland. The ship was meticulously designed to set new standards of luxury and elegance, boasting state-of-the-art features like multiple decks, luxurious cabins, and exquisite interiors. From its massive size to the skilled craftsmanship that went into its creation, the Titanic was truly a marvel of engineering of its time. The construction process took approximately 3 years and involved the efforts of thousands of workers. Now, let's explore in detail the incredible design and construction of this iconic ship. In this segment, we will explore the lavish features and luxuries on board the Titanic, which contributed to its reputation as the epitome of opulence and grandeur. The Titanic was designed with utmost attention to detail, providing its passengers with unparalleled comfort and entertainment. From grand staircases and ornate chandeliers to luxurious lounges, theaters, and a swimming pool, the ship aimed to create an experience of unparalleled luxury. First-class passengers enjoyed extravagant amenities, including private suites, a gymnasium, and even a Turkish bath. Second- and third-class passengers were also provided with improved accommodations compared to other ships of the time. Join us as we delve into the remarkable features and luxuries that set the Titanic apart from any other ship of its era. In this segment, we will uncover the departure and maiden voyage of the Titanic, a voyage that would ultimately end in tragedy. On April 10, 1912, the Titanic set sail from Southampton, England, embarking on its highly anticipated maiden voyage to New York City. As the ship departed from port, it carried over 2,200 passengers and crew members on board. The atmosphere was filled with excitement and anticipation as passengers settled into their cabins and explored the magnificent ship. However, little did they know that their journey would be cut short by a devastating disaster. Join us as we navigate through the events leading up to that fateful night and explore the beginning of the Titanic's ill-fated maiden voyage. In this segment, we will explore the iceberg warnings and navigation challenges that the Titanic faced leading up to the fatal collision. As the Titanic made its way through the North Atlantic, the crew received several warnings of icebergs in the vicinity. However, due to factors such as the absence of binoculars in the crow's nest and the misconception that the ship was unsinkable, these warnings were not taken as seriously as they should have been. Navigating through the icy waters presented its own set of challenges, including limited visibility and unpredictable ice drift patterns. Join us as we uncover the crucial moments leading up to the collision, examining the decisions and circumstances that played a role in this tragic event. In this segment, we will recount the fatal collision between the Titanic and the iceberg on that fateful night. On April 14, 1912, at approximately 11:40 p.m., lookout Frederick Fleet spotted an iceberg directly in the path of the Titanic. Despite immediate efforts to change course and reduce speed, it was too late. The iceberg grazed along the starboard side, causing a series of punctures and damage below the waterline. The enormity of the impact would ultimately seal the fate of the unsinkable ship. Join us as we delve into the sequence of events during the collision, examining the repercussions of the structural damage and the critical mistakes made in responding to the emergency. In this segment, we will explore the immediate aftermath of the collision and the realization of the magnitude of the disaster on board the Titanic. As the ship struck the iceberg, chaos ensued among the passengers and crew. The crew immediately sprung into action, attempting to mitigate the damage and organize the evacuation process. However, the rapid influx of icy seawater into the compartments doomed the ship. Panic spread among the passengers as they realized the severity of the situation. Join us as we examine the heroic efforts of some crew members, the distress signals sent out for help, and the unfolding tragedy as lifeboats were launched in an attempt to save as many lives as possible. In this segment, we will examine the issue of insufficient lifeboat capacity on board the Titanic, which significantly contributed to the loss of life during the disaster. Despite being designed to accommodate 64 lifeboats, the Titanic only carried 20 lifeboats, capable of accommodating around 1,178 people, less than half of the number on board. This was due to outdated maritime regulations that did not account for the ship's immense size. The decision to prioritize the aesthetic appearance of the ship over safety considerations played a role in the shortage of lifeboats. Join us as we unravel the reasons behind this lack of lifeboat capacity and its impact on the overall survival rate of the passengers and crew. In this segment, we will explore the inadequate training provided to both passengers and crew on board the Titanic, which further exacerbated the loss of life. Many passengers were unfamiliar with the emergency procedures and the proper use of life-saving equipment, leading to confusion and delays during the evacuation process. Additionally, some crew members lacked sufficient training in carrying out emergency protocols, such as launching lifeboats and managing the evacuation. This lack of preparedness and knowledge contributed to the chaos and hindered the chances of a more successful rescue. Join us as we delve into the shortcomings in passenger and crew training and their impact on the tragic outcome of the Titanic's sinking. In this segment, we will delve into the controversies surrounding the lack of lifeboats on the Titanic and the crucial lessons learned from this tragic event. The shortage of lifeboats sparked public outrage and led to inquiries and investigations into the maritime regulations at the time. The disaster prompted significant changes in maritime safety regulations, necessitating the provision of sufficient lifeboats for all passengers and crew members on board. The Titanic tragedy serves as a poignant reminder of the importance of prioritizing safety over aesthetics and the need for comprehensive training in emergency procedures. Join us as we examine the controversies that emerged as a result of the lack of lifeboats and how they shaped the future of maritime safety. In this segment, we will explore the distress signals sent out by the Titanic and the communication challenges faced during the disaster. As the Titanic realized the severity of the situation, distress signals were sent out using wireless communication and light signals. However, due to a combination of factors such as limited range, operator errors, and misinterpretation of signals, the distress signals were not received or acted upon in a timely manner by nearby ships. Additionally, communication within the ship itself faced challenges due to the panic and chaos that ensued. Join us as we uncover the communication difficulties faced by the Titanic and the impact it had on the rescue efforts. In this segment, we will recount the remarkable rescue efforts made by other ships in response to the Titanic's distress signals. As news of the disaster spread, numerous vessels, including the RMS Carpathia, rushed to assist in the rescue operation. The Carpathia arrived approximately 2 hours after the Titanic sank and managed to rescue over 700 survivors from lifeboats. Meanwhile, several other ships, such as the SS Californian, were in the vicinity of the Titanic but failed to respond promptly to the distress signals, leading to ongoing debates about missed opportunities for rescue. Join us as we explore the heroic efforts of the Carpathia and the controversies surrounding the response of other ships in this tragic event. In this segment, we will explore the legacy of the Titanic disaster and the improvements in maritime communication that arose as a result. The tragedy of the Titanic led to significant changes in safety regulations and practices within the maritime industry. It prompted the implementation of new laws mandating sufficient lifeboat capacity, improved training for passengers and crew members, and enhanced communication systems. Following the disaster, wireless technology became a crucial component of maritime communication, allowing for more efficient and widespread transmission of distress signals and communication between ships. Join us as we examine the lasting impact of the Titanic on maritime communication and the measures taken to prevent similar tragedies in the future. In this segment, we will discuss the significant impact of the Titanic disaster on maritime safety regulations. The sinking of the Titanic prompted a thorough re-evaluation of safety measures within the maritime industry. New regulations were implemented to ensure sufficient lifeboat capacity for all passengers and crew members on board, taking into account the size and capacity of the ship. Additionally, improved training programs were established to educate both passengers and crew members on emergency procedures and the use of life-saving equipment. The disaster served as a catalyst for stricter safety standards, inspections, and protocols, aiming to prevent similar tragedies in the future. Join us as we explore the lasting impact of the Titanic on maritime safety regulations and the measures taken to enhance the safety of ocean travel. In this segment, we will explore the commemoration and cultural impact of the Titanic disaster. The sinking of the Titanic left an indelible mark on both the collective memory of the people and popular culture. Many memorials and monuments were erected worldwide to honor the victims and to serve as a reminder of the tragedy. Countless books, films, and documentaries have been produced, capturing the imagination of audiences and keeping the story of the Titanic alive. The disaster also sparked ongoing debates and research, seeking to uncover new details and insights into what happened that fateful night. Join us as we delve into the cultural impact of the Titanic and the ways in which its legacy continues to resonate in our society. In this segment, we will reflect on the lessons learned from the Titanic disaster and its ongoing relevance in the present day. The sinking of the Titanic introduced crucial lessons about the importance of prioritizing safety over other considerations, such as aesthetics or speed. It highlighted the need for comprehensive safety regulations, adequate training, and efficient communication systems in the maritime industry. The legacy of the Titanic continues to shape maritime safety practices, ensuring that tragic events like this are not repeated. The story of the Titanic also serves as a reminder of the inherent risks and uncertainties of human endeavors, prompting us to critically examine our own actions and responsibilities in ensuring the safety of all. Join us as we explore the enduring lessons learned from the Titanic and their relevance in the modern world. And that concludes our exploration of the timeless catastrophe of the Titanic. The sinking of this magnificent ship serves as a haunting reminder of the fragility of human innovation in the face of nature's forces. The loss of over 1,500 lives, the lack of lifeboats, and the communication failures during the rescue efforts exposed the flaws and shortcomings of the era's maritime practices. However, the tragedy of the Titanic also marked a turning point in maritime safety regulations and sparked advancements in ship construction, navigation systems, and emergency procedures. The legacy of the Titanic serves as a somber reminder of the importance of learning from past mistakes and continuously striving for safer transportation and disaster preparedness. Join us again on Brainwaves for more fascinating discussions. Thank you for watching.